Yeah, so about 2 3 years ago at this point, let's say 3 years ago, I started listening to rap music, right? In Sweden, we had this huge culture of rap, hip hop music, because there are a lot of there's a lot of gang violence in certain areas and stuff. So there are all these rappers that have come up. They're in their songs. They're talking about murder. They're talking about sex, drugs, being the G. That the listener is jack shit. Like they're literally telling the listener in the video, I'm fucking your girl or something like that. I'm taking all your money. You're getting fucked over or something like that. Some some bullshit. Um, and then also they are like man, fucking like yeah. So basically they're singing about all these bullshit things in rap music, which I was tuning into every single day. Like I'm not talking about I was listening to it every now and then. I was listening to it every single day for hours, you know, for let's say at least 1 to 4 hours a day, depending on like I would listen to it when I did my workout, when I was on the bus, when I was like in school, when I was just at home doing like eating or some shit. I used to tune into that shit all the time. I just put on my headphones, listen to. I had my playlist, which I listened to with all these degenerate rap songs where he talked about all these things, degenerate things, murder, sex, drugs, crime, you know, gang violence, all that stuff. And I was completely unaware of the dangers and the how fucked that entire industry is, you know, at the time. So it was in ninth grade in 2022 in the fall semester or whatever it's called, like from August to December of 2022. In we had like music class in like there was a subject in school for me that was music, and one of like the big main projects that we were doing during that semester was creating our own song basically. So what I did with four other guys from my from a year was that we went into a music creation software, like it's called FL Studio. It's where you can make beats there and stuff with all these like you know, that kind of stuff. I've you know, I like beatboxing and stuff. I like making beats. At least I did a lot back then. So I was the one making the beats and stuff. Um, I carried that part of our project. I was creating, yeah, like the beat, you know. And then the other guys were focusing on the lyrics of the song, and me as well. Like we all did it together, you know. We were all involved, and we basically had this. We made a rap song with all these like the this degenerate lyrics and stuff. We were talking about that we were like fucking up everyone else and stuff, that we had a bunch of bitches, and that we like we had a fuck ton of money and stuff, that this was our place and shit. We had guns, you know. Obviously it was in a joking way, it was in a comical way. We obviously weren't serious or anything like that. None of us were like involved in any sort of gang, like crime or something, anything like that. None of us were. It was just that kind of culture was hyped up so much in Sweden, especially in our age group of like 14-15-year-old guys. So we did that, and I was at the forefront of it. And yeah, we made a music video even where we got some like water pistol, water gun, and I edited it so it looked like it was a like a normal gun or some shit, you know. We took out the things that are in like tea bags, you know, and we placed them in like a little paper roll, and it looked like weed, and so it looked like we had a little fucking pipe that we smoked or some shit, you know. And yeah, I listened to that kind of music. I was in that kind of culture for a long time, for like 2 years or some shit. But it was in late in 2023 that I stopped doing that, because I realized that there are a few very destructive problems with modern music, especially with degenerate rap music. Though it's not just rap music, like the gang violence kind of music, but also the normal pop music, you know, with Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran, or Taylor Swift, or all these like hyper big modern people, right? They like, because either modern music is about gang violence and I'm the best, you're shit, I'm fucking your girl, I'm taking your money or some shit, I'm the G, something like that, or the guy is singing about like being weak or being emotional or like being depressed or like or it's like some girl singing about partying and like, oh yeah, his dick was so big or some bullshit, you know, some DJ and shit like that. And by the way, if the mic, if the sound quality of the video isn't optimal because I'm out here in nature, I do apologize for that. I'm gonna fix that in the future. But basically, so yeah, that's just a side point. But so either it's degenerate or it's gay and like weak, you know. So I took a back step from basically all modern music in 2023. Because the number one thing is obviously the lyrics, and people don't realize this, but like lyrics that you listen to, they function as affirmations in your mind. If you're into self-improvement, if you watch a lot of content like this on masculinity, on personal development, on YouTube, for example, you might have heard about a habit called affirmations. And basically, it is when you, like, people might make fun of affirmations because basically, it's basically telling yourself that you are a certain way. Like, yeah, I'm confident, I'm powerful, I'm the kind of person that can do this, or something like that. You have these empowering affirmations that you say about yourself, for example, or your situation. But the thing is, they actually work. Like, I can promise you, if you listen to a certain affirmation over and over again, your at the bare minimum, your subconscious mind, probably your conscious mind as well, is gonna adopt those mindsets and beliefs. You know, you're gonna get more into those lines of thinking. So what happens when you listen to music is that you are feeding your brain with affirmations, and unless those affirmations are productive for you, then there's no point of like having them in your mind. In fact, it's most of the time very like destructive, because basically what it does is that it's kind of like pornography in a sense, because with porn you watch some guy do the thing that you want to do. He's fornicating with a female that you're attracted to, you know. He's in the position that you want to be, and you're pretending that you are him. You're like, oh yeah, me and this guy, we're like this, yeah, we're like one, yeah, we're doing this, we're fucking this girl. It's a fucking psyop, you know, it's a fucking psyop. Stop that shit. So and the same is with music. You're basically tuning into this guy telling you that he's the G, and like, oh yeah, I'm the big G, I'm the big dog, I own all these motherfuckers, I got the money, I got the women, I got the status, I got this land or some shit, I'm selling drugs here, I'm fucking up anyone who comes here or some shit, I don't know. Or perhaps I do know actually what they're talking about. But you're basically getting these affirmations into your mind, which is making you into more of a cuck. You know, why would you listen to some rapper, some DJ rapper, some fucking Lil Uzi Vert or some shit, Lil Pump, Bill Booby? Bro, these guys' names are fucking so weird, man. But why are you listening to those guys telling you how great they are? Why are you listening to them hyping themselves up and telling you how shit you are? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Come on, what's wrong with people? How the fuck could you tune into that shit? Oh yeah, like I was just at the martial arts gym yesterday, and I was yeah, like I was going and I was doing the classes. You know, I was gonna do boxing and Muay Thai 2 hours, and weightlifting beforehand, legs. Did squats, Romanian deadlifts, leg extensions. But basically, when I walked into the gym, like the speakers were pumping. You know, it's not optimal to be in that kind of environment, but I don't really have another choice, you know. So basically, or at least be in an environment where that kind of music is played. Obviously, I don't have anything against martial arts gyms in general. like martial arts gyms, them like in and of themselves, but the music there is like, at least at my one, is not ideal, to say the least. And basically, there was a song that's called, I think it's called like Sosa, Love Sosa. You know, these bitches love Sosa. Oh, and that fuck, I don't even wanna sing anymore because it's fucking degenerate. And I remember hearing like he was saying, "You gonna get fucked over." I was like, "You were gonna get fucked over." Like, and I was like, "What the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of my face or my ear or whatever." And I got annoyed at that shit, you know. And yeah, like I've taken a big step back from that shit because I think it's fucking degenerate, man. It's like pornography. You're pretending to be this guy, to like you're basically putting yourself in his shoes. You're fantasizing about being him, and the way he's hyping himself up, or in pornography, fucking this female. But in reality, it's a slap in the face. Like he's telling you that he's a lot better than you, and this guy that's fucking this girl in some fucking Pornhub or some shit, he's like, that's a fucking slap in the face as well. So like I've taken a big step back from that shit, or I don't listen to it at all, you know. And then another issue with modern music is also how dopaminergic it is. So dopaminergic means that it's very dopamine inducing. So you probably heard about dopamine a lot online, like Andrew Huberman podcasts, or Hamza Ahmed, or some other, Chris Williams, and all these guys, these big Iman Gadji, all these big finance / self-development, self-improvement creators, right? You probably heard about it a lot. And dopamine is really what it is that it is motivation, you know. When you get a lot of dopamine for something, you're very motivated to do it, you know. And basically what modern music does is that because it's so stimulating, you're getting a lot of dopamine to continue listening. And basically what it does is that it let's say you have 100 score of dopamine. I heard this analogy from Hamza, I thought it was great. And let's say you have 100 dopamine score, you know, points of like motivation points. What happens when you listen to music and you're like really in the mood? You're like, oh yeah, I'm pretending to be this guy. Yeah, bro, I'm really this big G. I'm fucking up everyone else. I'm getting the money. I'm getting the girls. Oh yeah. You're getting such huge motivation to keep listening, to keep consuming. So that basically what happens is that you go from 100 to 150, 200, 250. You get like super excited at the climax. But then what happens is that after a while, when you stop listening, your baseline drops. You go back to the normal baseline that you had before when you weren't listening. But you don't stop there. You go below that, so that your baseline for dopamine is even lower. And what that does is that it saps your motivation for other things in life, like productive things like weightlifting and you know, meditation and cold showering and martial arts and work on your business and stuff. These normal self-improvement habits. It saps your motivation for that, which is fucking. It's so sad, man. It destroys your drive as a young man, you know, which is it's fucking like, nah, bro, fuck that shit. And then the last or at least the last big negative aspect of modern music is this is gonna sound a bit weird. You might not fully understand this just right now, but basically, it is the frequency in which the sound is played. You know, you probably heard about like hertz. You know, these 5,000 hertz or 20,000 hertz, some shit. Like there's this metric for measuring sound, really. And this is some underground shit, but I'm gonna tell you it anyway because I think you'll appreciate it if you're like me. Since you're watching these kinds of videos. So really what's happening is that you're basically all modern music is in 440 hertz. You don't really need to know what that actually means. Just know that it is in 440 hertz. And that is actually harmful to the human body, brain, mind, and soul. spirit, you know, because like a couple decades ago, like in the 90s, 90s, 80s, all the music that was produced was in 432 hertz, because 432 hertz is a natural frequency that comes naturally from like the sound of the earth and like the universe. It's kind of hard to comprehend if you haven't heard about anything like this before, but basically it resonates very well with the human mind and soul and like brain and body, and with nature, you know. And that was the frequency in which all music was, and up until a few decades ago. And then the music industry switched to 440 hertz. So basically all music that you listen to nowadays is 440 hertz, which is not ideal, you know. It is, you know, I'm not gonna tell you that you're gonna have massive negative consequences if you listen to normal music, like one song essentially, obviously not, but like that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the consistent habits. Are you consistently tuning into this fucking bullshit, you know? Which yeah, I've taken a big step back from that shit, and I recommend you do the same, you know. So yeah, but basically another thing that I want to mention is that what music do you listen to? Like for example, me, I do still listen to music. I think that music can be very useful to get you into a certain mood, you know. If you wanna like if you wanna hit a PR on your workout, you might, for example, listen to some hype music. You might want that effect, because it is very effective at changing your mood. That's why it's so stimulating and addictive in a sense. So I do think that there can be value in it. But basically the only music that I listen to is either something called lo-fi or lo-fi, however you want to pronounce it, which is basically these calm beats that are in like 70 BPM or something, which is instead of like most normal music is. Like normal music, like the music that I hear on in the martial arts gym is all this like hyper stimulating, constant fucking fast-paced music. And with lo-fi, it's a lot slower and a lot more calm, a lot more peaceful. And also lo-fi is instrumental, so there's no song, no vocals, no lyrics at all, which is actually one of the primary reasons why I like it, and also because it's just soothing and calming in a sense. So I like to listen to lo-fi when I read, you know. And I have a specific playlist that I listen to. I can leave it in the description if you want to. I'll do that. And yeah, that's yeah, I listen to lo-fi for that reason. I think it's I do think that most lo-fi music is in 432 or 440 hertz, which is not ideal, obviously, but it's kind of hard to avoid 440 hertz. And if you want to listen to any kind of normal music, you like you might need to sacrifice some parts of it, you know. Though I might consider trying to optimize that in the future. But basically, it is going to be in 440 hertz most of the time with lo-fi, or I think the playlist that I listen to is in that, but it's not nearly as dopaminergic, and it's not nearly like, it's not degenerate at all. So 2 of the 3 boxes are absolutely checked, right? And it is a calming, soothing type of, it has a calming and soothing effect on you, at least on me, on my soul, you know. And then also I like to listen to something called 432 hertz ambient music. So it's for this kind of music, 432 hertz, that is present online, that you can search on YouTube and find. Like you can do it right now. You can go onto YouTube, open up a new tab or whatever, close this video if you're on your phone or something, and just search 432 HZ frequency sound or music, something like that, ambience, and you can see for yourself what kind of music it is. It's basically these like it's not even, it's barely even music. It's more like these natural sounds, like not like that obviously, like my breath, but like it's very hard to imitate it. It's like ambience, if you know what that is. But just go search 432 hertz frequency on YouTube and you'll see what I mean. There's a like once you listen to it, you'll know what I'm talking about when it comes to like how it calms your mind and calms your soul and stuff, and um, calms your body, even that, So I would highly recommend that. I can leave some. Actually, I'll leave a link to a YouTube video that is 432 hertz in the description of this video. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, but that's my take on modern music. It's like when we think about digital addictions, like degeneracy online, like video games, brain rot, entertainment, content consumption, scrolling, like social media. We might not often think about music, but it is a big motherfucker. It is a big, like, you know, most people consume music every single day. They have their earpods plugged in, not earpods, AirPods, sorry. They have their AirPods plugged in 24/7, listening, like, trying to disassociate from their miserable reality and pretending to be like a rapper or some shit. And yeah, I've taken a big step back from all that bullshit, and I hope you do the same after listening to this. So yeah, bro, I'll catch you on the next one. See you, bro.